folks. Okay. Hello. 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 Hello there. Hey everybody. I am really excited to unveil some handmade paper pieces. So what's really fun about the handmade paper making process is like there's multiple levels of surprise. So first, in collecting the material, getting really excited about a newspaper or an old drawing or an old journal entry that I've pulled out. I'm like, oh yeah, this is perfect. Like, there's a big print ad in a newspaper that's all pink, and it's like, oh, that color is so hard to come by, and now I get to blend it up and have a pink pigment and then treat it real precious as I'm making the paper. So there's collecting the materials. There's the actual process of putting everything together and blending everything together, and the kind of mad scientist energy of like, okay, what am I going to use as a base? What do I want to add in as more, as elements that will kind of stand out in the paper more? And then kind of that next layer of incorporating more materials into the paper afterwards that are really going to be showcased, if that's what the goal is. Because even so, like these, for example, I don't believe I did any collage elements with these. I made these a while ago, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited to work with these and play with these, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I have little bits and pieces from this series that everything's kind of related. Like these pine needles that are really plentiful. I don't know if you could see that, but yeah, I'm really excited. Let me go ahead and put these pine needles to the side, and we'll unveil some paper. And then so there's like the third element of the paper making, where you actually take the piece that you made off of the dryer sheet, and it's like Christmas morning, like, oh my god, what happened? And because you don't know, because so if you did a collage piece like these are here, they're drying face down. So once you've flipped the decal over onto the paper, who knows? Who knows what happened? Who knows what moved? How the colors have changed? How the different materials have interacted? And if things have shifted around. So this is the one part of the paper making workshop that I'm not with folks for. And it could be a really tricky part of the process. So I'm really happy to be here with you, opening these up and kind of showing how that works. And also just generally really excited to see how some of these pieces came out. So let's get started. Like these, I did a while ago. I think the same day that I made the hexagon piece. Oh, there's a little bug. Little bug, you can't stay. He's so cool. He's red. He looks really cool, like on the paper. He's like, okay, focus. Where'd you go, little bug? Oh, there you are, my friend. I don't want him to get hurt. He's one of those little tiny like red bugs, I don't know, I don't remember what they are. I don't think they're aphids. Maybe they are, I don't know. I should know what an aphid looks like. I think aphids are green. We'll use, we'll use a paintbrush. Where'd you go? Yes, you. Bon voyage. Okay. So, again, this is the trickiest part of the process. I've done so much experimenting in regards to what materials to use to lay the paper out on to dry. The reason I use watercolor paper, there are a few reasons. Initially, it was the most kind of accessible way to have a paper making workshop and send people home with what they've made. And then what I found out later, and you'll see here, can you see what I'm doing? Okay. That the paper, the handmade paper, makes prints on the water. So this is the Canon mixed media paper. This I don't prefer. It works, but for this, it's just a little more like sticky and tacky. You'll see that this is a lot easier. It's like the handmade paper kind of fuses to it more, which, you know, is okay, but not great. And it's also a lot more flexible than watercolor paper. So again, you'll see here that with the watercolor paper, you can kind of just pop it off, but this you really have to peel. And I'll describe the process more as I'm doing these pieces. So we're almost there. It's like the basil that is the basil that is sticking. It's like Christmas morning. Oh my god, it's so exciting. Oh my goodness. Alright. So what do I want to show first? So what's really fun is, I don't know how much you could see, but this is the side that was on the decal, and then this is the side. You see how much smoother this is? They're both beautiful in their own right. Like, you have all this texture here, and then on this side it's super smooth. So some of the details, like this is basil mixed in with the paper pulp. These are just, this wasn't intentional. This must have been like just 2 drops of paper pulp that fell, but I'm very happy with this. Yay! Anywho, and then this is another one. Yeah, lots of fun. And then you could see, yeah, there's little, you know, little bubbles and things. It's really a lot of fun. You know, for folks who are looking to make a more conventional paper that you could like write or paint on, you want to kind of like sandwich the paper pulp between the 2 watercolor sheets. What I find too, an advantage of using the multimedia paper is that it's just how smooth this comes out, because even the watercolor paper leaves a bit of texture. So basically what this is going to do, and then you see this here as well. So this is the print. And all the colors in this are a combination of either like natural materials, like basil, you know, cinnamon, nutmeg, whatever else I put in here, charcoal in here. So this, again, that pink newspaper, it was like, I think from the Vision Times, had like a strawberry ad. I think I also had like envelopes from Mother's Day, all this stuff. And then the purple was a blend of the pink. I had initially done a blue, and then I did have some purple tissue paper that I had from a purchase I made. I do have like colored tissue paper streamers left over from a birthday party, but I used to buy tissue paper for the paper making to color things, but I'm really trying to move away from that. Someone explained to me that it's very toxic, so I really try and source all of the color from newspaper ink or natural materials. And I have done research about using, onion skins and all, you could do the whole spectrum of the rainbow just with, kitchen scraps, which is really exciting. But this is the paper print. So this is just from this paper soaking up the moisture from this left a print here. And I just really enjoy these. And you can see some of the basil stuck to the dryer sheet. And, that's fine. I'll take it. So, so it's great. You get kind of two pieces of art in one. I have a whole collection of these, a whole collection of these. These could be, so there's just so much they're beautiful on their own, but they'd make such a nice background for any kind of painting or drawing or letter or whatever. You guys are artists. The possibilities are endless. Yeah, we'll get into them in a second. So again, when we're taking the paper off of the dryer sheet, how many do I have here? Yeah, this one didn't quite want to come off, so I left it. So you have your paper, and you want to start at the edges, just kind of peeling. Can we do this? Oh, look at that. Just kind of peeling this away. So this one's nice. This one's being really friendly with me. So, alright. And then it always seems to be around the center that it doesn't want to come off. I think this is where the moisture kind of stays the longest. So, once I get to that point where it's really kind of like not wanting to come off, I start to move around the edge. Making sure you can see what I'm doing. I lost a corner, but that's okay. Not worried. I have that really cool edge on these. And there we go. Yay! Cool. So, here's your dryer sheet. And here is the paper. Got some fun texture. This is fun. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, some nice texture on there. Ooh. See, it's always a surprise. This is really cool. That's cool. Cool. Okay. I've been enjoying this series so much. It's so close to my heart. Just really having a good time. But we'll go ahead. So I've experimented with different materials to use as dryer sheets because, doing kind of sustainable recycled art, I was like, okay, how sustainable can I make this? Like, can I reuse the drying sheets? And what I have experimented with, and I think I've spoken about this in other videos that were very, very long. So like you could see, yeah, I'm excited to get to show you this. Okay. So for this piece that I'm so excited about. What was that? That was probably a pyrite pebble that was loose. Oh my gosh, I could talk a lot, but I won't. So there's this piece. Yeah, I have to do a fix-it-it spray on it. Losing pyrite here, but that's okay. So, so fun. So much fun. And then this is the dryer sheet for it, which is, again, like super fun. Some of the pine needle grass kind of stuck to it, so I'm really excited about this. So it's like for every piece you make, you're making two. So it's just a possibility. Exciting. But the burlap, so if you want to do this at home, the burlap is brilliant. What I did with this, the decal is full of drying tea bags right now. But basically, here, hold just a moment. I just kind of took this frame and stapled screen to the back of it. Now, that's great, but the only problem is, and what I found with the oval piece that's still in progress, is that how do I get the finished paper out of it? So it has to dry in the frame. So what I did, and again, what I learned from the oval piece, which was resolved, but with, it was a struggle, is like, okay, I need to lay something down on that screen that the water will pass through, but it will also create a bond strong enough that I could pull the piece out. So I cut this burlap, again, recycled from a grocery store, and kind of put this at the bottom of the screen, and then made this piece on top of that. And then I even went a step further and took the dryer sheets and did a layer of those. And it turned out, and I was under the impression that the burlap and the dryer sheets would then just permanently be a part of the piece, but they both came off. So this is just the base of this. Make sure I'm not losing anything major. I'll check it later. Okay. So the base of this is entirely handmade paper. So that's fun.